Wow, wow, ow, 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 ow. I buy a new car for the bitch, for real. I tear down the mall with the bitch, for real. You can't even talk to the bitch, nah. She fucking with bosses and shit, oh god. I pull up in Rarers and shit.
Chris Paul has been named a top 5 point guard of all time, but has also been called seriously overrated. Today, I'm going to discuss whether CP3 is overrated or not. Before we begin, shout out to Basically Basketball. He makes NBA content and needs some love, so go show him some. His link will be in the description. Also, don't forget to join SPORTSYOUTUBE AMINO. It's a great place to interact with YouTubers like myself, Jlooki, ModernHoops and DimeX, to name a few. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. CP3 is an extremely consistent player. He always puts up amazing stats every game and barely has a game where he bricks a bunch of his shots. His stats from the past season are 18.1 points, 5 rebounds and 9.2 assists and 2 steals. If you compare these to his career numbers, they are almost identical. His career stats are 18.7 points, 4.4 rebounds, 9.9 assists and 2.3 steals. Wow. In his career, CP3 has never had a season averaging under 15 points or over 23 points, less than 1.8 steals or over 3 steals, under 7.5 assists or over 12 dimes, and never had a season averaging less than 3.5 rebounds and over 5.5 boards. This is great for CP3, but it also translates into a bad thing as well, and that's that he really has a blowout / standout game. His highest points in a game is 43, which is amazing, but compared to some other Hall of Fame and future Hall of Fame guards, that is really underachieving. Fans love to see triple-double games and 50-point games regularly, and to some fans what CP3 does is boring because he seemingly never blasts off like that. He just sits around that 20-point mark. If I'm honest, this overrated argument isn't a great one. It just shows how CP3 plays, and if you're not a fan of being consistent, then go ahead. But CP3 isn't overrated because of that. I would rather see a player consistently get 20 points every night than see a player get 50, 60 points a few times, but then only 10 to 15 points for the rest of the season, because that way you know your player will do well, no matter what. It's not like, well, I hope he does good, but I don't know. Chris Paul is one of the best offensive players of all time. For players who have averaged more than 9 assists per game in their career, Chris Paul has the best turnover to assist ratio at 4.1. To compare, Steve Nash has 3.2 assist to turnover ratio, Jason Kidd has 3.6, and Magic Johnson, arguably the best point guard of all time, had 2.9. Now I'm not saying he's greater than those players, but in regards to looking after the rock, CP3 is easily the greatest. Chris Paul has the highest offensive rating of all time, above Reggie Miller, Magic Johnson, and John Stockton. He also has the 3rd highest offensive box plus minus of all time too, only behind LeBron and MJ, possibly the 2 greatest players of all time. So in my eyes, CP3 is extremely efficient and maybe a top 2 or 3 offensive player of all time. So statistically speaking, Paul is one of the greatest players ever. His impact on the floor is simply amazing. But statistics isn't everything. Chris Paul is honestly not a great off-ball player. If he does not have the ball, he doesn't really know what to do, his spacing is off and usually can't make some space. CP3 is not really built for the off-ball game. He doesn't have the muscle, the size, as he is quite undersized compared to other guys. For example, James Harden is very muscular and strong, so he can cut to the paint for an inside pass, and Steph Curry has a very quick release, so they can run a lot of off-ball catch-and-shoot plays for him. Watching back on plays where Griffin ran the offense, it looked like Chris Paul just stood on the side and did nothing. And finally, Chris Paul's playoff success. Here's the thing, Carmelo Anthony is labelled overrated because he hasn't translated any playoff success, and that's the same with Chris Paul. Carmelo is supposedly one of the most overrated players in the league, but wouldn't that make CP3 overrated too? If CP3 was a real star, then he should have led the Clippers to at least 1 Western Conference Finals, right? Reasons why I see no playoff success with the Clippers and Chris Paul is because their offense was too easy to interpret. All they do is run pick and rolls and throw lobs. It's very predictable and makes it easy to defend. And injuries is the last reason why CP3 can't win games in the playoffs. Every time CP3 has made the playoffs, except maybe 2014, there has always been some injury that has led to the team's downfall. So is CP3 overrated? I'm going to say a little bit, but not really. He is in the middle. Is he a top 5 point guard right now? I will say yes, but I will rank him at the 4th spot because James Harden, Westbrook and Curry rank above him. I really hope the Rockets can go to the Western Conference Finals this year because CP3 really needs to get there to save his legacy. But what do you guys think of CP3? Let me know in the comments. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out the Sports YouTube AMINO and Basically Basketball. If you are new, I'm an NBA channel where I make videos like this on anything to do with basketball and the NBA. So if you're interested, subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed. And I am out. Peace.